One ICBM test, 4,000-kilometer range, and a strategic message that may have traveled much further beyond that. India has successfully test-fired the Agni 4 medium-range ballistic missile from the integrated test range at Chandipur in Odisha. This missile test comes just days after reports that Pakistan is now seeking help from Chinese military hardware and Turkish drones to pose a threat to India's circuit border in Gujarat. With the Agni 4, India has sent a loud message. The whole of China, as well as Turkey, is within reach of Indian Agni missiles. This missile test is not so much aimed at Pakistan, for whom BrahMos is more than enough. Instead, Agni 4 sends a loud warning to India's more distant rivals that geography will not shield them from a retaliatory strike by India in case of a conflict. Here's why the world is watching this missile test closely. Agni 4, inducted in 2014, has been tested repeatedly. This launch, carried out under the Indian Strategic Forces Command, was described as a routine user trial by the Indian military. An official stated, the launch validated all operational and technical parameters. The test was carried out under the aegis of the Strategic Forces Command. Built by the DRDO, Agni 4 is the fourth variant of the Agni ICBM family developed by India. It is a two-stage solid-fuel nuclear-capable missile with a range of nearly 4,000 kilometers. It's guided by a ring laser gyroscope inertial navigation system with a redundant micro-navigation backup. It is accurate to under 100 meters, even over these vast distances. Weighing about 17,000 kilograms, it can fire from a road mobile launcher or a rail mobile platform. India's nuclear deterrent is built around the Agni missile family, from the 700 kilometer to 1200 kilometer range Agni 1 to the 5,000 to 7,000 plus kilometer range Agni 5 with MIRV capability. Waiting in the wings is Agni 6, expected to have a range between 8,000 and 12,000 kilometers and MIRV capability from the outset. Former DRDO chairman Samir V. Kamath had said in May 2026 that the organization is technically ready and prepared, but is awaiting the government clearance before formally developing the Agni 6, a disclosure that surfaced around the Shangri-La dialogue being held in Singapore. He stated, "It is the government's decision. We are ready whenever the government gives us the go-ahead." India joined an elite group of nations in 2024 when it successfully tested the Agni 5, which has an estimated range of 5,000 to 8,000 kilometers and has MIRV technology, allowing one nuclear missile to hit multiple targets with warheads. The test, conducted under Mission Divyastra, places India among just the 6 countries which have confirmed MIRV capability. Separately, in 2025, the DRDO and the Strategic Forces Command fired the Agni Prime from a rail mobile launcher for the first time, a capability until then held only by Russia, the United States, China, and possibly North Korea. Pakistan's longest-range missile, the Shaheen 3, covers around 2,750 kilometers. The Stockholm International Peace Research Institute estimates that India now holds 190 nuclear warheads compared to Pakistan's 170. India has a lead of nearly 20 nuclear warheads. SIPRI says that India appears to have begun operationally deploying a small number of nuclear warheads mounted on missiles, roughly 12 as of January 2026, rather than keeping warheads and delivery systems separate, as India had done so for decades. Our news report on India-Pakistan tensions was ranking among the top 5 in Google News videos. I am Shobhit Mittal. Do subscribe to Inconnect News for the most informative news content. It further noted that the brief India-Pakistan conflict in May 2025 saw India strike Pakistani air and missile bases believed to have nuclear-related roles, though both the sides avoided further escalation. India's missile journey began in 1983. After wars with Pakistan in 1965 and 71, India faced growing restrictions on importing defense technology due to global non-proliferation rules. However, to overcome this isolation, the government launched the Integrated Guided Missile Development Program and handed it over to Dr. APJ Abdul Kalam, who would go on to lead 5 parallel missile projects at one time, which are the Prithvi, the Akash, Trishul, Nag series, and of course, the Agni family. Now, India's missile ranges extend well beyond Pakistan and China. While India strengthens its deterrent, major nuclear powers continue to push the limits of missile range and global strike capability. The US Minuteman III can strike 13,000 to 14,000 kilometers. Russia's Yars covers 10,500 to 12,000 kilometers, and the Sarmat reaches up to 18,000 kilometers. The top three submarine-launched ballistic missiles in the world today are the American Trident II, or the D5, the French M51 series, and Russian R-30 Bulava. India's Agni 6 with MIRV capability will move India into the same range bracket as China's DF-41. So what do you believe? Does India need a 12,000 kilometer range Agni 6 ICBM next? Leave a comment, hit the like button and subscribe to Inconnect News.